Okay, here we are at the start of day 2. Right around the bend, we've got, what is it? We've got a Class 3 Rapid Wildcat immediately starting. Then about another 5 miles down the river, we've got another 3, technical 3. In between, we've got a lot of busy water, some narrow chutes. It looks like going to be low to mid 80s today. No clouds in the sky.
And I want to tell you about last night. After we did our little wrap up, we saw a deer, and then across the bank, across the river, and then we saw a bear. We saw a black bear, and we watched him for about 45 minutes probably.
Yeah, big black bear.
It was pretty exciting. And then a couple more deer came down, and then we actually had another deer on our side of the river. So pretty exciting.
Anyway, we'll catch you all down the river. We will tuck the phone on those 3s just because we don't want to risk getting it wet, and of course having just all kinds of complications. All right, take care.
Here comes Big Windy. Oh my gosh. I'm hanging on. Nice. That was fun. Here we are at Big Windy Creek. There's a big pool up there. Hard to see, but it's pretty cool. That's the Class 3 Horseshoe Bend.
Here we are, a stop on Winklebar. Their legendary Western author Zane Grey had a cabin here. Tells you a little bit about it with this sign they have out here. I don't know if you can read that very well. You have to pause it if that's the case. Good time to move on. He ended up heading out because of the popularity of it, but here's the cabin. Little door, window on it. There was a few years back a bear tried to get in here and ended up tearing part of the roof off, but it's all repaired now. There's no reason, he tried to land on me, really no reason to keep a caretaker up here now, apparently, so that's what it is. The back side of that cabin. I mentioned the caretaker. Here's a caretaker cabin, but nobody's inhabited it for the last few years that I've been up here. And then there's a pile of tribute rocks here, a bunch of heart rocks that people have put in there. It used to be that there was a lot more here. I think people have been taking them.
Yeah, cool. Oh,
and then it looks like the boat, he had a boat, an old one boat up here. We'll go see if we can find it. Shed that they built over this old boat that he had, but that's kind of the shape of it. And then you've got Actually, at one time they had a, and they may still use it. I noticed it's mowed, but here's the landing strip. Lisa in her antics. Or actually on the downhill side, downstream side, there was an airplane crashed in there for a few years before they took it out. We've seen a river full of ducks, river full of geese, a bunch of turtles sunning themselves on rocks, and 14 buzzards actually at one time, or turkey vultures at one time, up soaring in the air, way up there. 7:40 in the evening on day 2. We made it down to Quail Creek. Sun's going behind the mountain. Got up to 84 today according to the GPS. 87 tomorrow, getting down to 55 degrees at night. This is a look from our camp. Saw 3 deer today on the float, 1 nice buck. Took a little bit of a hike, well, 6-mile hike. The Rogue River Trail's right there. It actually runs the full length of this wild and scenic section. It's 45 miles, or the float's 40 miles. Little trail that goes up to it. We end up hiking downstream down to what would be Mule Creek Ranch. Here's our camp for the most part. Did some swimming when we got to camp. Did some swimming after the hike. Did some reading. Had some stroganoff. Anyway, just a really good evening.